All right, a quick one. Let's talk about Two-Face Idibia stuff a little bit. Uh, Let me just create this video. I don't know if I will post it or not, but I just want to talk about it a little bit. You know, when a woman fails to, I don't know how to put this. The greatest power a woman have is when you are still single. That time that you are still hot, that time you are still, you know, you will notice that a lot of men will be rushing you and all of that. That is your prime. You make good use of it. Because at that your prime, you will be able to wheel a lot of decisions. It's more like when a man has so much money at his prime, he has the ability to make a lot of choices. But when a woman is at maybe a woman between 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, where you are the hottest, you notice that you have a lot of men flowing in. It's the same with a man that is in his 40s, that is making, maybe he's stabilized financially, right? And he's making good money, living life well. He has the ability to make a lot of choices. So it's equivalent power, more like. So now, you have seen that as a woman, that Two-Face Idibia already have baby mamas, and not already have saved. That he is the kind of boy that likes this flirting, clubbing, bad guy. But it's just so sad that a lot of our girls like bad guys. They are naturally attracted to bad guys. So you've seen that this guy is this, but you want to be the one that feels, I am the one that finally married this bad guy. The one that finally married him. Of all of you, he couldn't keep all of you. I'm good enough that he could keep me. It makes sense. It's a good thing, right? But you have to also bear in mind that you have to live with that kind of lifestyle the rest of your life. You can't start something and you don't finish it. So currently what happened is now, the wife now doesn't want Two-Face to still be having any affair with all those baby mamas anymore. And that's where the problem is. I'm not supporting irresponsibility. All what I am saying is, if you accept that this man is like this, accept him till the very end. Don't come in and think that you can stop him or cage him or change him. Women shouldn't be having that kind of mindset. You are dating a guy, you are seeing a kind of attitude or a kind of character, a kind of lifestyle he is living that you are not comfortable with. No matter how much he has, no matter how much he's giving you, why on earth will you think that you will go in there and change him? Make it make sense. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. On a very rare occasion that a man changes as a result of a woman's influence. And besides, our current women doesn't even know the key to capture a man's heart. I think by doing gra with him, by even making it worse. So she should have just free the guy. After all, this is his lifestyle. Just free him and stay on your lane and be the wife. More like what Choma is doing with Davido. Just be your wife and then free him. He's a superstar, for crying out loud. Even if he doesn't want to do it, there are fleets of millions of women that will be rushing to do it with him. So you just free it and then just stick on the value that you are giving to him. Period. Because the moment you start dragging and you start trying to control the man, you can't do this, you are cheating on me, you are doing this, man, that's it. And a man that a man that is as a superstar as Two-Face Idibia, that doesn't balance. So now our women are now bashing the guy, saying a lot of bullshit. Now why that she has been enduring? Why now? And all of that. That he wasted the girl's time and all of that. It's women stuff. Always being emotional about things instead of using logic. But then again, Logic over emotions. I like saying this. Logic over emotion doesn't mean that logic is greater than emotion. No, sir. Or emotion is greater than love. The two works hand in hand. The two intertwines. It's more like saying a day and a night. There is no difference between day and night. The two intertwine. The two is one. But the two are opposite. The two are directly opposite. The two cannot exist at the same time. You cannot have day and night at the same time. It's not possible. Sun cannot come out in 2 o'clock midnight. It can never happen. But the two is one. More like logic and emotion. A man is given logic and a woman is given emotion. It's not a bad thing that a woman is given emotion. She needs to be emotional to be able to take care of the children and preserve the home. That is her primary responsibility. So a man was given logic to be able to use that logic outside and be sourcing for resources and bring it back home. Because outside is tough. You cannot be emotional outside. You need logic to be able to survive outside. Yes, sir. You need logic to be able... Did I on mic? Okay. Do you know how you're talking? Oh, that would be so sad. Okay. So, this is how my private moment. This is me recording my private moment. So if I'm showing you guys my private moment, it's more like me opening me to you guys. I'm not like this at work. You never ever see my side of me like this at work. It's not possible. I'm not like this in church. Never. I'm not even like this at home because I stay with my mom. I know this is America. I stay with my mom. We're like a big boy like you staying with your mom. No problem. I'm gathering resources and I'm building something. So I cannot just rush out now and start paying those bills. And paying those bills in America is not a joke. Those major bills. There are bills I'm handling at home, no doubt. We're living together as a family. It's my house. So I don't want to go stay alone for now. It's just my personal decision. Alright. So I'll be trying as much as I can to be doing this more often. Just be sharing my quiet moments with the world. A woman's greatest strength lies in its emotions. That is why even it is biologically proven. Biologically. This is not me saying it. I'm quoting biology that me and you agrees, except we don't believe in it. That a man has 2 chromosomes. A man was born with 2 chromosomes, the Y chromosomes and the X chromosomes. So the X represents emotional part of that man, while the Y represents the logical part of that man. And a woman was born with double X, XX, without any single Y. Yes, sir. Nature is not stupid, bro. A woman is given double X without a Y. That is why, averagely, a woman is short logical. A woman's decision is on impulse, most at times. A woman acts first before she thinks, whereas a man thinks first before he acts. Except a man that is a cookie man. A cookie man that will act first before he thinks. If you in life, in any decision that you are making, if you take action first before you think, you are gone. You will always regret that action. You will always, I can bet you with that. You think first. Process that information first before you act. That is why you have why. That is why you have why. The why was for logic. The why was for processing of information. because you will be the one to take charge. You will be the one to be in the leadership position. You should be able to have something that will enable you to be able to take charge. So in your DNA, you have Y chromosome. The woman doesn't have it. The woman has double X. It's not a bad thing that a woman has double X. Nature understands perfectly fine what he's doing. Let the woman have double X, because if this woman have any single Y, the woman will now use the Y logically and think, oh, it doesn't make sense that I am tearing my body, I'm losing my body just to bring out life. In that place, you will now use logic. Okay, let me say this a little bit. If a man, for any reason, you convince a man to put to bed after bringing out one child, if a man was to bring out children, if a man was the one to be bringing life, after putting to bed the first child, a man will now use his logic to now process all the pains he went through to carry that baby for 9 months. If the man passed through CS, the man will now be processing all the pains, how they tear his tummy. Trust me. A man will, after processing that information, if you tell that kind of man, let's have a second child, let's have a third, there is how that man will be looking at you as how wicked you are in this life. That after all the pains he went through, you still want him to put to bed again. But a woman, it's a very different thing entirely. A woman finds joy bringing out life. It's a joyful thing for a woman to have a baby. That is why they are in church praying for baby. It's a joyful thing. It's because of that XX. They have double X, so they are always so super emotional, super impulsive than a man, because they have double of it. That X1 that a man has, a woman has 2. Men should come down to have this understanding that women are completely different from men. Completely different. You have a testosterone running. I don't know why men are thinking that because you are processing life in a length of a man, you are now using the same length to judge a woman. It's very, very wrong. We will keep having issues until we start understanding that a man is opposite of a woman. The two cannot exist at the same time. One has to stay while one goes. It's like a night and the day. One has to stay and one has the two, even though the two is one, but the two cannot exist at the same parallel. He must go in an opposite direction. Yes, sir. Until one will have to convince one to stay. And if a man comes down to convince a woman to follow my direction, we are built to go separate direction. But if you are to follow my own direction, I have to be the one leading. I was given why to use and process life. That is why if you check all the innovations, all the creativity, all the achievements in this world, it's being powered by men. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that women don't have it. Women have their own. Their own is to nurture, their own is to groom, their own is to pamper, their own is to multiply, their own is to nurture, their own is to make it soft. A woman is like water, while a man is like fire. A man needs that fire to be able to gather resources. A man needs that fire to be able to survive in this hard, struggling, wicked world. If a man is soft outside, how will he even be able to protect his home? How? No, let it make sense to me. You want a man to be soft, to always be emotional, always be playing love with you, always. How will that kind of man be able to protect you and the children? Don't you know that if you want your husband to always be romantic, every time he should always be doing everything that you want, and everything that you want are always emotional things as a woman. And you are in high need of those things because you are impulsively in nature. It's not a bad thing. You impulsively want another child. You impulsively want more things. You impulsively want your home to be fine. But we agree. But will you allow this man to use his wife to leap? No, they will not. if I am not the one paying that school fee, I make more money than you. If I'm not the one paying that school fee, forget it. Anyways, the world will help, God will help us. As we are growing, I try as much as I can to share knowledge with people that are around me. As much as I can. There are a lot up here. There are a lot. I don't desire money. I just want to show the world how valuable I am. I don't want money. I don't desire it. I desire to share values. Because I know that there is no way I'm sharing values. At the end of it, value will attract money. So instead of everybody's pursuing money, me I'm pursuing value. Everybody's pursuing money, me I'm pursuing value. Because I know that at the end of the day, the value will produce money. And the kind of money value will produce is not the kind of money I will have to struggle for it. I will just be sitting down and the value will be the one working. But if you are the one chasing money, you notice that you'll be chasing money till you grow old and die. It doesn't work that way. Don't chase money. You chase value. And when you capture value, that value will manifest money. Alright, should we look for another topic and talk about it? Nah. I just like the atmosphere. You know, one thing in life is this. I was supposed to make video with my sister. But life offers me something that I have to decide. You understand? I'm passionate about making this content with this woman. Because the idea is to make the world see the two sides of it. Okay. And there are some times I have to also understand that there are some times that she will not be free. So how long are you going to be depending on him on her to be able to do what you are supposed to do? So sometimes you have to start recording your private moments. Yes. By so doing, you're still doing the same thing, even without her. Okay. So life sometimes offers us things that we are seeing as problems. But inside that thing, it's us that sees it as a challenge. And then we wear it, and then it manifests in our reality, like we go around and then it's happening. But if life offers you something, and then inside it you look it well, you will notice that 2%, there is 2% success or truth or advantage in what this life is offering me. But no, you are not focusing at it because your brain has already been programmed to always see things in a negative light. Yes, sir. Life offers me that the person I was supposed to create video with today is busy. That is what life offers me. I'm not in control of that. That is what life just offered me. But I am smart enough to decode that inside that I can also step aside and record myself and still do the same thing. But the same thing will happen to another person. And the person will be like, okay, since she's not, let's fix another day. Will you be free tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow. Okay, that tomorrow you go again. Will you be free next tomorrow? Before you know, you lost interest in doing that thing that you're supposed to do. Yes, sir. I'm just using this one as an example. I can explain it explicitly in almost everything that we do in life. Yes, sir. When I said I'm a revolutionary thinker, I kid you not. The thing is loaded. Just follow the page and just stay. Just stay. I will do the live thinking for you. Comment section is open. Ask questions. Drop comments. Say anything that you want to say. In every negativity, there is positivity. I can prove it anywhere. Take me to anywhere, I can prove it. In every negativity, there is a 2% positivity. It's you that is not seeing it. It's you. It is not. As a matter of fact, you interpret our brain interprets what happens in our surroundings. We all know that already. So why are we acting as if I'm saying something that's nah. Manifest our reality. Literally. English is not my tongue, my first language. If you want me to speak in Akwa Ibom, I will not make any single mistake. The way I'll be flowing, I'll be very fast. If I'm making content for my Akwa Ibom people, and I think a time will come I will also be creating. Let me grow my audience first. The time will come I will be creating specific. This will be benefit to people that understand my language. We're creating special videos for them as their son. They own me. That's where I'm from. Belong to the society. A man belongs to the society. A man doesn't belong to a woman. The moment our women start thinking that they own a man, that is where the problem lies. A woman does not own a man. It's the society that owns a man. Because a man was designed to protect the home and protect the society. Yes, sir. That's why you see police protecting the society. Police is not a man. His spirit's traveling from the spiritual realm to come here to protect the society. It's man. Because man was designed to protect the home first, your home first. And then you protect the society because you belong to a particular group, you belong to a particular culture, you belong to a particular society. That collectively, everybody, every man, all the men in that community needs to come together and protect that society. Else, they take it from them. It is their ancestral heritage. They have to protect it. Else, they wipe them off the surface of the earth. But now, a man that was supposed to protect the home and protect the society has now left his role to be playing love with a woman, playing emotional, romantical love. Let me always add, because when I'm talking about love, we mix it all together. I think a time will come, I will make a video on love and what love is and what we are practicing now, which is nonsense. This is not love. If you love someone, you wouldn't want the downfall of that person. You wouldn't. So a man that was designed, a man that was built to protect the home and protect the society and develop the society, is now busy playing love with a woman. And what this does is that, because there are two things that there are things that are mutually exclusive. Pardon my English. There are things that are mutually exclusive. What I mean by things that are mutually exclusive is there are things that cannot coexist. One has to go for one to stay. Yes, sir. One has to go for one to stay. If you are if you are a man and you know that in your marriage you are always playing romantic, emotional love with your wife, just know that you have lost your leadership role. The two cannot coexist. They are mutually exclusive. It's more like, let me be more contextual. It's more like a mother playing love, emotional love with the child. You will notice that the mother will spoil the child. Yes, sir. When a child misbehaves, you as a mother, you are always saying, my one and only child, don't do it now, Junior. Okay, don't worry, he will change. Don't worry. You are using love because you know you feel good about it, using love because you don't want to hurt him. He's doing bad things. Instead of standing your ground to correct him, your child, as a mother, instead of standing your ground, you are busy playing. You notice that child will grow up and become a bad child in the society. And what the society will say, the society will blame the mother. They will say, your mother did not train you well. Because the time that you're supposed to train that child, you're busy playing love. And this is the same thing a man's supposed to do with the wife. And now when you're talking, our women get so angry with that. Why are you comparing a grown woman to a child? No, you're not comparing a grown human to a child. A woman doesn't have the why to be logical in life, and for you to survive here, you must survive here with a touch, a logical touch to navigate and survive here. Else you struggle. Go and ask all single mothers; they are struggling. You need a covering over your head, and then you need a touch. No matter how they are coming out to say, we are this, we are happy. We don't listen to what women say. Listen to their actions. Nah. Oh, help us. So, when you are now playing love, romantical love, you are going out with your wife, you rush to open the door, both of you are entering more, you open the door, you're always doing everything that your wife wants because you want her to always be happy. Oh, this is my beautiful and loving wife. What you fail to understand is that in life, there are some things that will now happen that you have to make your stand. You have to make decision as a man. You have to sit your foot and say, this thing has to go like this. You have to stamp your feet. I don't know how to put this thing for you guys to understand. A time comes, circumstances of life will happen that a man will have to say, no, I want it to be like this. I want this thing to go like this. How will he be able to do that when all his life, all what he knows was to be playing love with this woman? Be opening door, be doing romantic, be telling the woman how much he is lucky to marry that woman, how much he is happy that the woman is in his life. The woman that you are happy that he is in your life, your one and only. That's the same woman you want to go and correct. No, you cannot correct her. You have to love her with all the bad things that she is doing. Why are you now using logic there? Don't use logic. Go and be playing love. When she is acting stubborn, when she is on Instagram instead of cooking food for you, when she is doing bad things, love it and love with all those things. Is it not love again? Why are you partial? You want to play love from the starting to the end. Don't play half love. Don't play love and then you are now using logic. Love doesn't need logic. Love, you don't bring logic. When you are in love with something, there is no logic there. Why are you bringing logic? Don't use logic there. When she misbehaves, love it too. Don't come out and complain. Hey, my wife is doing this. My wife is saying this. My wife is keeping late nights. My wife did not sleep at home today. Why are you complaining? Love her with all those things that she's doing and all those things she's saying. Or if you want to stand your ground and say, wife, you can do this and do that and do this, but we have to respect boundaries. You cannot pass here. How will you be able to even tell a woman that is your one and only, a woman that you are so scared that she will leave you? How will you even be able to say that to that woman? You will not be able to now. It's just a natural thing. You will not be able to. That's the honest truth. And I like drag me that I am a primitive man. No problem. I'm enjoying life being primitive. I'm having peace being primitive. If you say that I am a village man, my mom was telling me, Ndi, you have to trash this kind of mindset. We are now civilized. I know what you are saying is true, but we are now civilized. I say, mommy, so we are now civilized that we no longer eat food with our mouth, we eat it with our nose. I agree. We are now civilized that we no longer walk with our feet, we walk with our hands, or we now flies, grow wings and flies. Is it not the same us that was 50 years ago? Is it not the same us that was 100 years ago? Because we now have technology to better our life, we now want to trash the pathways that was making sense to us. See the result now. Face the Dibia. See the result. Turn around. Look at our society. Hey, I'm making noise, I'm saying this. Turn around, look at our society today. Look at our society now. People are not serious. They're not. Until we you know, water was there before the fish. The fish cannot come and do guy for water. The fish cannot say outside water I can do water, without water I can do whatever I like. Outside water the fish struggle for survival. I kid you not. The water was there before the fish. You want to be a man, and you want to be an African man, and you want to be an African man and live in a Western cultured society with a Western mindset. How should I blame this too? I cannot even blame it. You want to abandon your own pathways because you are now civilized. Because we now have technology, we now have cars, we now have smartphones. So life is now better. So we should live the way we were existing, the way we were living, and we had peace of mind. To trash it. See the result. See the result. All right. I think I will have to end here for today. It's getting dark. But I promise I will try as much as I can to be making this more often. All right.